I got what you're saying.
Have you ever found yourself with a child that hits, pushes, cries, or even misbehaves at inappropriate moments? It could be because they haven't had quite guidance skills in their early educational life. Why is this? They could have had a bad teacher. They could have had a teacher that didn't quite teach them the correct guidance tips. Today, I'm going to inform you how guidance helps children, what direct and indirect guidance is, and how to establish it. First thing first is, what is guidance? Guidance consists of direct and indirect actions used by an adult to help a children develop internal controls and appropriate behavior patterns. Goals of guidance. It helps them learn it helps raise self-esteem. Helps them learn respect, gives hope, encouragement, and it helps teach them how to behave at the appropriate moments and how to over-task their problems they're having. Types of guidance. There's two types. There's direct and indirect. Direct is using simple language. You can speak in a relaxed voice, be positive with the student, like tell them, hey, this isn't going quite right, could you please do this instead? You could offer choices with care. You can either go to timeout or you can do your work. Be firm. Don't just slack off, ha ha ha, you're not doing this correct. Be firm with them. Hey, this is what you need to be doing. You're not doing it correct. Be consistent. Don't punish one child and not the other, because then the students then feel unprivileged as another child. Provide time for change. Don't just yell at them once and be like, time out, go, punishment, go. Give them time to change, 1 or 2 warnings at a time. Consider their feelings. They could be having a bad day. You have to consider that they are having a bad day and intervene when necessary. If a child's arguing about if it's rain or sprinkling, you have to let that go. But if they're fighting over a toy, that is when you use your guidance. Indirect guidance. Indirect guidance is the way the placement of the classroom is set up. If you have a quiet center right next to a busy center, if you have a music center right next to a library center, everything depends on how the room is set up. If you have a room that has a shelf here and a fish here, the student could end up taking the fish out of the fish bowl if they are not being well behaved and know they are being watched. Ways to establish guidance. There are multiple ways to establish it. You can give warnings, 1 to 2 warnings at most. Timeout. If you do give a timeout, it has to be as long as their age, and you have to let them know why they are in timeout. iMessage. You think iMessage, phone, ha ha ha. No. iMessage is using, I would really like if you do this. It would make me very happy if you do this. Paraphrase or praising. Don't every day give all the kids a treat because they picked up a toy. Let them know when they do something out of the ordinary well. So you have to praise them then. Affirming, this is what you did. Or when they go in timeout, do you know what you did? Let them know what they did and let them know what they can do to change it. Redirecting. If a student is coloring on a table, don't just send them right to timeout. Let them know that this is not right, then give them a warning and have them clean up their mess, and it redirects them out of their situation instead of throwing them straight into timeout. Modeling. If you're misbehaving or using bad language, then the students are going to model it right after you. So good guidance helps them learn the good guidance. Listening. When a student's trying to tell you something, don't just ignore them. They need to know that they are being listened to, and you at least nod your head, smile, and acknowledge that they are talking to you. Encouraging. Encourage, encourage, encourage. If you don't encourage the student to do best, the student will not do their best. Guidance versus punishment. Everyone thinks if you throw a child in timeout, they're going to learn. That is not necessarily always correct. Guidance, which is also known as discipline, which is also known as a strict control used to enforce obedience. If you are using guidance, the students will listen to you. The students do not learn from someone they do not like. So you have to establish it. You have to be strict with them, but not too strict. Punishment, throwing them right to the chair, timeout chair, throwing them there, not letting them know what they do. So you have to give them warnings. You have to give them iMessage. You have to show them that you care for them, but they are also doing something wrong. I'm going to end today with a quote by Nelson Mandela. Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. And that is how you use guidance in early education.